Simon, maybe if we wrap it up, one more last question. According to you, do you think a passport is a necessity? Because according to the report that you gave us in February, out of 47 million Ugandans, only 1.3 million own a passport. Do you think it is a necessity to a Ugandan to have a passport?
What do you think? I think a passport is a very important document.
Okay.
For two reasons. One, a passport is the only document that allows an applicant or a Ugandan to travel to another country. A passport, comes from two words: passport, pass. It is a document that is issued by the president. The president is the chief passport controller. He gives you a passport and says, asking for permission from the other president of the other country, can you please allow this Ugandan to pass and enter your country? That's why they say pass, then port. Port is a border, border or boundary. So it is a document that the president issues you, asking for permission from the other president to allow you go to that country. Now, it is very important. One, for travel. Two, passport is very important as a document that enables you to transact so many things, maybe land, maybe other, as an identification document. I was watching some very funny WhatsApp clip, and somebody was saying that, how can you be there? You don't have a passport. You don't have ID. You don't have a birth certificate. You don't have a driving license. What sort of person are you? You don't have any document to talk about you. So I would appeal to Ugandans to apply for passports. Indeed, the number of passport holders in Uganda is alarmingly low. Alarmingly low. You can imagine less than 2 million people having passports. When you go to countries like America, 90% of Americans own passports. For us, it is the percent, I don't know what percentage is this, 1.3 Ugandans out of 47 million. And I think with this census, we may reach 50-something million. But only 1.3 Ugandans own passports. It is something that we need to reflect on as Uganda.
We don't have interest in traveling, or we want things that are we need passport when we have agencies.
Yeah, I would think so, but then I would appeal to Ugandans out there who are watching us that you may want to travel as quickly as possible. You may have an opportunity that has come up, and they want a passport there and then. They want a passport number, and then these are the people you see rushing here, panicking, rushing to brokers, and then being fleeced. So it's better you apply for your document well in time, even if you don't have an opportunity to travel. Because you never know. You can't say never until you are dead. Just say, let me have this passport. You may get the opportunity to travel. But also besides, you can use the passport to transact any other transactions like land, purchase, maybe travel, maybe you can use it as an identification document, doing all sorts of things. It is not only for travel.
All right.
All right.
Simon, just one thing. Maybe, to me, I think passports are expensive to Ugandans to acquire. The amount of 250,000. Don't you think as government you should revise this as like the way you did to a national ID for everyone to acquire a passport freely?
We introduced electronic passports in 2018, having had challenges of the old passport. People are forging them on Nasa Road, on Nkrumah Road. People are forging those passports. Now, we wouldn't stand the risk of having the integrity of our documents going to the dogs. So government then came in with this idea of electronic passports, fully loaded with biometric features. Now, the system that churns out these passports leave alone the cost of the booklet itself is very expensive. And because it is very expensive, the cost of the booklet itself also, we buy these booklets, blank booklets from Germany. It's also very high. In fact, if you are to go with the economics and the mathematics of calculating how much money we invested in these passports, a Ugandan would at least pay 700,000 for a passport. But because government has come in to subsidize for Ugandans, that is why the price of a passport is only 250. And by the way, it is the cheapest in the region. You go to Kenya, the passport is higher, the cost is high. I think about about $70-80. That's about 300 to 400,000. If you go to Congo, a passport is the most expensive document one would have. That's why you see Congolese, when they come, they say, no, don't finish a page. They want you to utilize a small page when you are putting a visa. The passport is very expensive there. But in the region, Uganda is proud to announce that our passports are the cheapest. Why? Because government has subsidized the cost of the passport. It has not looked at the cost of installing the infrastructure, the machinery, and then the cost of the booklets themselves. It would cost very expensively.
Okay, so the 60,000 passports that have increased right now, you're giving the owners 3 months only. After that, you're destroying them.
We have actually given them 6 months. We are now remaining, yes, we're now, the 3 months are gone. We are remaining with 3 months. I am again appealing to those Ugandans who are watching me out there that if you applied, processed, paid for a passport and also worked on it and it is ready, or you have never received a message, why can't you try to come and we issue this passport? Because time will come, you will want to apply for a new passport, but we shall ask for the old passport if you want to apply for a new passport, and we are going to fine you for a passport you never used. Sometimes some of these things people take them for granted, but now when you are coming to apply to replace that passport, we shall ask you for the old passport. Now, if you cannot account for the old passport, it therefore means that maybe it is lost, so we shall charge you a fine in order to have that passport replaced. And yet, there are also details in that passport that we specifically need. Now, if you have never picked that passport and maybe somehow, somewhat, you have forgotten the details you put in, see how you get a challenge of replacing that passport. So it is quite important, even if you don't have an impending travel, to come and pick your passport.
And then tell them the procedure.
Procedure is very simple. Log on to our link www.passports.go.ug. Once you reach there, system will display a very simple form to fill, very friendly. Name, details about you generally. I do hope Ugandans know about themselves. Some of the problems why passports get questioned and deferred is because of the fact that some people don't know about themselves. They in the national ID, somebody feels that the father is dead at national ID. Then when he comes to passport, he says the father is alive. I don't know whether he resurrected or what. So those are some of the conflicting details that people try to put in, and then they have issues with passports. Put your details, be truthful to yourself, put the real details and be honest to yourself, and you will have no issues here. Down at the very end, the system will issue what we refer to as payment registration number, PRN. Use that number to pay using several payment gateways. You can pay using mobile money. You can actually sit in your office, in your house, apply for a passport, pay for it on mobile money, and schedule appointment. When you schedule appointment, you will come here. We shall be waiting for you put red carpet for you. Officers are here smiling. They will handle you as fast as possible. Gone are the days where you used to see people lining up. I think you entered here, you did not see any line, you didn't see any queue. Everything has been automated, even entry. You will come and scan your appointment to passport office. The system will open automatically. No human being there, no policeman to fear. Nobody will query anything because you have an appointment with us. And once you come here, about 30 minutes are enough for you to go through the process, and you'll be good to go.
I didn't see the red carpet here.
The red carpet is down where people process passports. I don't process passports here. You are welcome.
All right, we have come to the end of our show. Please, the Ugandans out there, they're going to destroy your passports. Right now, they're almost 60,000. Come and pick your passports because it is a necessity, according to Simon, but I don't know according to you. And I remain Naguja Serena